Oh yeah, it's almost time. We got the GOAT back. We got the GOAT back. We got Caitlin Clark back in the gym, going viral. This is crazy. We got to get into this. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, hype the video. Let's go. It's happening. It's happening already. Caitlin Clark, the GOAT, is back in the gym with the Indiana Fever. You see who that is right there. You see who that is right there. Here, this picture was taken with...
The footage went viral instantly. Every clip from the gym captured Caitlin Clark's fierce, unrelenting intensity, sending the internet into a frenzy. There was no question. She's back, and she's ready to dominate. This wasn't just another practice session. It was a raw, unfiltered warning to every competitor and every doubter in the league. Every move, every drill, every ounce of focus etched on her face told the world she means business. It wasn't just training. It was a statement. A spectacle that demanded attention. Her viral comeback signals that a storm is brewing on the court and fans are absolutely starving for the season to start. All the hype surrounding her, completely justified.
Tide that lifts all boats. She's not a needle mover. She's the needle. Y'all need to get behind this girl and ride this gravy train. And she stood front line. She was ready to go at Jeff Teague. She was ready to go at everybody. Caitlin Clark is back in the gym, training hard with the Indiana Fever in preparation for the 2026 season, man. You can see this here. This picture, it says, life is about showing up for your friends, people you admire, and building greatness for the future. At Caitlin Clark, at Indiana Fever, at Wnba. And you got Nancy Lieberman with Caitlin Clark. That is fire.
Fueling the buzz around her highly anticipated comeback, Caitlin Clark had legendary coach Nancy Lieberman right by her side, a living symbol of steadfast support. This isn't a new partnership. Lieberman has been an outspoken advocate for Clark from day one, a rare constant amid the early skepticism surrounding the young star. Seeing Lieberman present during these crucial workouts sends a loud and clear message. Clark's influence goes beyond personal stats and awards. Their collaboration highlights a merging of basketball intellects, shaping Clark not just for games, but for a lasting legacy in the sport.
We have a lot of jealousy, and I'm going to answer this question by stating a fact. When Michael Jordan came into the NBA in 1984, it was Magic and Larry Bird who kind of started to resurrect the interest in the NBA. When Michael came in, TV ratings soared, salaries soared, media was so attached to him, and he backed it up with his play. Now there were, right, with the bad boys, there were the Jordan rules, and they roughed him up, and all Michael did was get in the weight room, start changing his body composition so he could handle the people that were coming at him.
Lieberman didn't hold back, boldly stating that Caitlin Clark isn't just moving the needle, she is the needle, the driving force elevating the entire WNBA. She openly urged others to get on board and ride the momentum Clark is creating, spotlighting the immense influence she wields over viewership and the league's growth. This fearless stance, especially so early in Clark's rise, distinguished Lieberman as a tireless defender against those who tried to downplay Clark's extraordinary impact. Her insight proved spot on, accurately foreseeing the seismic shifts Clark would bring, confirming just how visionary her early praise truly was.
All of it was, to be honest. That's why she was so targeted.
Caitlin Clark, she'll get tougher, right? She went in the weight room, she got bigger, she got stronger. Of course, she's been injured. And it's okay. We want everybody to raise their level of play for the next generation who's coming after you. I know this. I was the Caitlin Clark in the 80s and 90s, where I had 99.9% of all the attention for women's basketball in the world.
Right.
And you know what? When you get to this stage, you're like, okay, what can I do? Arike is a baller. Paige Beckers is playing great. Look what Sabrina and Stewie has been doing.
Lieberman took her praise even further, comparing Clark to legends like Michael Jordan. When Jordan first entered the NBA, he faced relentless physical challenges from tough opponents like the Bad Boys. Instead of backing down, he hit the gym, reshaping his body to endure and dominate. Lieberman sees that same intensity in Clark, an unyielding drive to strengthen herself, ready to withstand any physicality or rough play thrown her way. Like Jordan, she's crafting her path to dominance through sheer determination, discipline, and relentless hard work.
all the attention for women's basketball in the world.
Right.
And you know what? When you get to this stage, you're like, okay, what can I do? You know, Arike is a baller. Paige Beckers is playing great. Look what Sabrina and Stewie has been doing, and you know, Skyla and NECA. I mean, they're on every team. There's amazing levels of talent. And stop nitpicking with each other. Just go out and ball, and you know, let the final
play the game.
Yeah, all the targeting, all that stuff was just, it was unnecessary, and the fans saw it play out right in front of them. That's why I appreciate Nancy.
The comparison didn't stop there. Lieberman also drew parallels to Tiger Woods, another once-in-a-generation talent who faced intense scrutiny and envy when he burst onto the PGA Tour. Woods didn't just compete, he transformed the game, boosting viewership, increasing prize money, and drawing record-breaking crowds. Lieberman believes Clark holds that same game-changing potential for the WNBA. Her influence goes far beyond the court, capable of expanding the league's audience, driving revenue, and attracting new investment in ways never seen before. Clark isn't just a player, she's a catalyst reshaping the entire landscape of women's basketball.
Table. The average attendance in the 33 games Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever have played in this season is 15,746, which leads the WNBA. The average attendance of WNBA games not involving Caitlin Clark is on average 8,490, an 85% drop from games that Caitlin Clark is not participating in. Obviously, the New York Liberty average over 11,000, the Los Angeles Sparks average over 10,000, but the Indiana Fever at 15,746. Yet I'm on the air the other day, and
Lieberman's message to the league was clear and uncompromising: don't hate on her. If Clark is the breakout star and driving viewership, celebrate it. She called out petty rivalries and urged everyone to acknowledge Clark as the premier guard in the league, a status fully backed by her stats and on-court dominance. This plea for unity over envy highlighted the deeper tensions within the sport, with Lieberman passionately encouraging fellow players to lift each other up instead of simply tolerating one another's success. Supporting one another, she argued, ultimately benefits everyone in the game.
That you could say, what would you want to say in terms of the narrative that has been put out there as it pertains to her coverage and her feeling?
Cheryl Swoops was probably the biggest hater. The biggest hater. That's what Cheryl Swoops was. She hated so much, she ain't even on Gil's Arena. She got kicked off the Dallas Wings telecast, all types of stuff, because she was doing too much.
It's about Caitlin Clark.
You know, I've known Cheryl since she was in college. I helped do her shoe deal with Nike in 1993, took her to her first ESPYs. I've known Cheryl, I've coached her, have a lot of respect for her.
Lieberman didn't shy away from addressing the root of the intense scrutiny Clark has faced: jealousy. She acknowledged that while women are often celebrated as remarkable and special, they can also be highly competitive. And envy has played a significant role in the backlash against Clark. This candid, if somewhat provocative observation highlighted the deeper tensions that arise when a new superstar emerges, challenging existing hierarchies and shifting the spotlight within the league. It shed light on the often unspoken dynamics that come into play when someone rises to unprecedented popularity.
Matter. And if you just get ahead of this and just say, hey, I made a mistake on my numbers, then this thing is over and everybody respects you for your opinion. And, you know, you might like Boston, I might like the Yankees. You know, it's okay to have difference of opinions. Well, she got upset with me on the phone, and I was like, Cheryl, you know, I'm not doing anything to hurt you. I'm just sharing. We're talking. And so our relationship it pretty much is not happening at this point. I tried to talk to her at the Final Four. Right. She didn't want to talk to me. My life's going to be good or great with or without her.
Caitlin Clark's recent grueling workouts leave no doubt. She's getting stronger, bigger, and more resilient, directly preparing for the physical intensity of professional basketball. This isn't just about recovering from injury or maintaining form. It's about elevating her body to match her extraordinary skill set, ensuring she can handle the rigorous schedule and relentless defense. Clark isn't just surviving, she's thriving, setting a new benchmark for preparation and dedication. Drawing from her own legendary career, Nancy Lieberman admits admitted she was the Caitlin Clark of the 80s and 90s, commanding nearly all the attention in women's basketball worldwide. She understands the pressure, scrutiny, and spotlight that come with being the center of the game, offering unique insight and guidance to Clark on navigating the high expectations of superstar status. Lieberman also made a passionate plea for the league to stop nitpicking and downplaying talent. She highlighted other standout athletes, Angel Reese, Paige Buckers, Sabrina Ionescu, and Skylar Diggins-Smith, reminding everyone that elite talent is everywhere and that mutual support should replace divisive comparisons or unnecessary criticism. Her call was clear: celebrate excellence, don't undermine it. On the court, Clark has lived up to every bit of hype. For the Indiana Fever, she's consistently averaging around 19 points per game, delivering clutch performances night after night. Her stats speak for themselves, proving her immediate impact and cementing her status as one of the WNBA's most formidable players. The effect of her presence off the stat sheet is equally striking. Attendance at Indiana Fever games featuring Clark has skyrocketed to an average of 15,746, leading the entire league, while games without her draw only around 8,400 fans, a nearly 85% drop. The disparity is undeniable. Clark is not just a player, she is a transformative force reshaping the league's economics and fan engagement. The conversation turned even sharper when Lieberman recounted her clash with Stephen A. Smith over Cheryl Swoops' dismissive comments about Clark. Swoops had refused to acknowledge Clark's impact, exemplifying the persistent resistance some in the basketball world have toward embracing her transformative influence. Lieberman and others publicly branded Swoops as a major detractor, and her bias ultimately led to her removal from Dallas Wings broadcasts, a clear professional consequence for undermining Clark's rise. On a personal level, Lieberman reached out to Swoops directly as a friend after Clark shattered the Maravich record, confronting the negativity head-on while offering perspective. This episode underscores both the challenges Clark faces and the profound impact she has had, not only on the court but across the WNBA, shaking up perceptions, setting new standards, and demanding recognition. She addressed the widely circulated false claims by Cheryl Swoops, who had inaccurately stated that Caitlin Clark was 25 years old, a fifth-year senior, and taking 40 shots per game. Fresh off a treadmill, Nancy Lieberman stressed that while opinions are valid, facts are crucial. She publicly urged Swoops to correct these glaring errors. Every detail of Swoops' misinformation was debunked. Clark is 24, a fourth-year senior, and her shot attempts are far below 40 per game. These weren't minor slip-ups, they were deliberate distortions meant to diminish Clark's real accomplishments. Lieberman's firm stance underscored the importance of honesty and integrity in sports commentary, especially when discussing a trailblazing athlete like Clark. Swoops reacted poorly to Lieberman's friendly but firm intervention, straining their long-standing relationship. Lieberman acknowledged the split with grace, stating that while life would be good or even great with or without Swoops, she preferred having her in it. This anecdote highlights both the intensity of the anti-Clark sentiment she faced, even from former colleagues, and Lieberman's unwavering commitment to defending the truth. Through all the controversy, Nancy Lieberman remained a steady voice of reason, calling things as she saw them. Her steadfast support became a critical pillar for Clark, offering guidance and advocacy amid a storm of criticism and jealousy from within the league. Amid the drama, one thing is undeniable: Caitlin Clark is back in the gym, working harder than ever, ready to silence every critic. Her viral workout footage isn't just a casual update, it's a declaration. Every drill, every lift, every focused moment signals a ferocious return, a commitment to sharpening her skills and fortifying her body. This isn't just training. It's the opening act of a season-long narrative of redemption, dominance, and unprecedented influence. Combined with Lieberman's unwavering defense and the statistical proof of Clark's immense drawing power, it signals a seismic shift in the WNBA. This upcoming season promises to be spectacular as Clark, stronger, tougher, and more determined than ever, takes on every challenge head-on, ready to redefine the league and leave her mark like never before.